So hi, I want to show you at least this screen because at least I can show you that I'm purposely choosing Timeline A. In an attempt to make it easier, if you're on Timeline B, there are certain mysteries that are not as nice, so I don't want that. That said, what do I want? I think I actually want Scars. Yeah, I want Scars. Or I'm going to try Scars. You can do it on other backgrounds like 7th Curse if you want to do a Hospital Pass play, Parasite. Technically Exquisite Taste, but Exquisite Taste doesn't give you any bonuses, I don't think. Unless I don't really... Actually, I haven't played a lot of Exquisite Taste runs, but I'll also include timestamps down below so that you can skip, because I will be re-rolling mysteries as required. Because if I were to advise anyone on doing this challenge, and some people in the community already know, you want certain mysteries, and you want to avoid certain other mysteries because of the amount of RNG. So yeah, nothing in there, unfortunately. And we're gonna take that, and let's see what we have here. So for sure, if I see Household Hell, anything that's RNG out of town, like Hell, Force, Footage, and Botanist, I don't want. Festival, actually, I do want, because you get out anything where you don't have to investigate as much. Flood might be a special exception, because maybe Doom was supposed to increase, or maybe that'll be tweaked so that Doom increases while you rest in Flood, because that's a thing. If you rest in Flood, Doom doesn't increase, and therefore your horror progression doesn't go up. But also don't want Bulletin, because that's 8 investigations, and that's a lot more RNG involved. Footage, I see immediately, so we're going to reroll. Arms, Botanist, Painting, well, we see Botanist, going to reroll. I prefer Scissors, but I can see why Scissors might not be something people want, but Scissors does have only 5 investigations as opposed to the average 7. If I can dodge Akamanto, I would want to, but preferably Eels, Flood, Scissors, and pretty much 2 safer mysteries, and it would also depend on threat level. So I saw Footage, I saw Bulletin and Footage. Footage again. The reason we dodge Footage, for those who might not remember or don't know at all, there are 12 to 9 investigations in the forest, depending if you do the side quest. Even if you do the side quest, that's 2 mansion investigations, where, yes, your Doom can decrease, but that doesn't decrease your horror progress. Vigil is another one, where I think it's like 8 to 9 investigations, so we want to really avoid that. And we're going to be sitting here re-rolling until we get the ones we want. We see Household Hell, and I might have taken that for Ward, and I think I saw something else, but Bulletin again. So you can see why I chose not to make this a challenge, but it is still a challenge run that I can see actually becoming real, as long as certain things are tweaked. Like, horror progression doesn't need to decrease, but probably the rate at which you get horror should probably decrease. I think this is as good as we're gonna get. So, Ramen, Arms, Festival, Eels, Scissors. If we're on Timeline B Festival, then horror progression would increase, because Doom is forced to unless you leave everyone behind, actually. But nonetheless, we're doing Timeline A, because that way we don't have to do as much. Do we have Ward? No, we didn't. Arms, Ramen. So let's make sure. Okay, so this is gonna suck, actually, because we have Downtown at max threat level, and we have one more at max threat level, Village. We have Flood, right? Was it Flood? Eel, Scissors... No, Eel, Scissors, Festival, right? So, we should be safe for Village, but this Downtown is really gonna do something bad. We can hit the police station. If this doesn't do anything, assuming... Again, I'm trying to make this timeless, so even if that doesn't decrease encounter rate, if it does, then what we can do... Then it'll be helpful, because, well... that doesn't increase my horror progress, is the main point. So, it doesn't hurt to do it. That said, though, I can see how that worsens your event RNG, because if you're investigating a lot of locations that increase Doom by event failure, or even certain successes, then or choices, then that can be bad as well. But dying during the run is also pretty bad. So, again, other people in the community who have done this challenge have, again, the most important thing is to make sure your challenges are pretty much correct. And then after that, it's a big load of RNG. If I get the branded curse, that's pretty much a guaranteed quit anyway. But if I get it, I'm still going to play. If I get close, I'll keep the recording, and this is what you'll be watching. So yeah, and again, a good RNG does wonders, but I do know it's possible. In theoretically, when Jury was introduced, I thought about doing it, but I mean, I know that it is actually possible. Once I found out the rate of horror increases. Yes, 2% per 1% of Doom is a lot, but the reason why I believe is because I know you can complete a run at under 50% Doom, so, you know. And, of course, while decreasing Doom doesn't decrease the horror, what I actually mean is you don't need to decrease Doom to finish under 50%. You can do a 50% run. Of course, it's not going to be the most consistent thing. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm treating this video kind of special. So Elusive will help, but I'm mostly going to build into Strength. If my Reason falls too low, then I will build into... then I'll heal Reason instead. But until then, let's see. So we're going to go into Scissors to pick up the Bat immediately. That way I can probably heal for Festival in case I get really hurt in here. And the Brick will help me defeat the Scissor Lady. Or that's the hope anyway. So, Cup and Ball Square. And let's move on. Worst comes to worst, I get really, really hurt, but again, that's why I have Festival to help me. Whether or not I want to rest more than once, because more than once is when your Doom will start to increase, is another question entirely. So, we're going to take this one stamina damage. And let's see what else I want to do. I might as well gamble here. I'm only going to take another 1 stamina damage if I fail, and I wasn't going to get out in 2 anyway, unless I did like really crazy RNG things, but again, this is the strategy or the preparation. You do have to know somewhat what you're doing to do this correctly. That said, I would like an extra point of damage. I can't remember. There's a list of all the extra damage, but that wasn't it. So again, might as well roll RNG here. That's guaranteed. This one is not, but we do get out. Any little bit helps. So Square, Cup and Ball for an easier Scissor Lady. We'll take the free mask. Why not? I used to want to do Eldritch. I think the closest run I did was Eldritch Parasite, and I died at the lighthouse before the horror caught up to me. But again, I can assume every other backstory works as well. It's just a matter of RNG afterward, because again, that's the most influential thing after the mysteries that you take. So we're gonna throw this Brick immediately. -1 all with Scar's backstory is gonna help a lot. However, if she preps her Scissors, then we're gonna brace regardless. Or we're just gonna brace here regardless, because I can do Desperate Action next turn anyway. Which should kill, but I'm gonna do a guaranteed kick just in case, just to not die. So, yeah, so she raises her Scissors, that's the main one. I've been looking at wrong information, so that's my fault. But, again, if I'm gonna hit 3 Reason, I might as well do this, unless I made a math error. But nonetheless, if you're playing Jury, losing Bath is kind of bad though, and I forgot my second encounter. But you can logically assume what may or may not happen during this run. So I mean, if I get close and I die, then you can see the not the viability, but the doability of trying to finish a run without the horror catching up to you. That said, if these pieces of advice didn't already help you, try to work that out. So yeah, the Ramen's gonna... Arms and Ramen, but Arms only has 1 downtown, while Ramen has 4 downtown. So that's gonna really hurt me. I think I actually might want to rest... No, we're gonna do this. That would be nice. Oh, I'm working the math in my head. 7%. So if I have 7 guaranteed investigations, 4, 8, 11. I'm doing a rough estimation. 11, 13, 19, 25, 29. Is that 29% Doom? Yeah, 20. I'm talking in terms of Doom. 58% Doom. 58, 6, 86. Iwa is 8 more horror, and then there's the lighthouse. Do I want to? That means if I do this, I can't rest. Because I'm afraid of my Doom rising too high, or my horror progress rising too high, so we're gonna decline. And we're actually going to rest one more time. So that's 2% Doom. So basically, if I'm to autopilot while I'm going through this, and let me try to actually avoid any Doom events, or try to anyway. Again, you can kind of interpret how viable this is to do a jury horror list run, but so what I was calculating is I know I have 7 investigations in arms. Stamina, right? Yeah, stamina. I know I have 7 investigations in arms and 7 in ramen, so that's at least 14% Doom by investigation, unless I run into an enemy, of course, but we assume kind of a little bit on the side of bad as we run into this. Actually, I don't need to do that. This is a lot more efficient. And then one of them is a downtown investigation, which is max threat level, which will add another point of Doom. That's why if I have 4 downtown investigations, that's 8% Doom, which is 16% horror, plus 3% Doom for investigating in the apartments. 6 more apartments from the arms mystery, plus 1 downtown is again I approximated it, so that's around what I want to say like 29% Doom. And I added 4 to 6% more Doom because I just assume I'm going to get the automatic 4% Doom event because that's a thing. Actually, I'm going to heal Reason here. Take the stamina hit. And so that's why, yeah, I eventually reached 29 or 30-ish% Doom, which is 60% horror progress. Then I added Iwa, which would have been 8% more horror progress, which, as you can see, my horror would hit 100% before I even reached the lighthouse. So, if horror could decrease, then this would become more doable, but that would be in an actual challenge that the developer makes, where, again, the horror doesn't need to decrease, you just need to, if you're trying to make that a challenge where more people can do, you would just need to change the rate to about 1.2, 1.25, in my opinion. Again, I didn't really actually work out the math, but that's what I feel is fair for a challenge run where you're trying to be horrorless. But, of course, this is the true horror run. Also, losing Bath, I think, is going to end up killing me. So let's at least take ramen first and see what happens. And to note, I only visited the vending machines once, so again, if you're the type to not shop at all or you have mysteries where you can get guaranteed weapons, then this is a lot more doable. However, I might just end up dying to stamina and reason because while Scar's backstory is nice, yeah, it's I'm gonna die because of low max freeze. And again, mostly that I lost Bath, but it doesn't help that I have a lower max stamina reason threshold, so I can't heal as much. That said, we're gonna take Art and Knowledge and heal stamina. So that was only 1 apartment investigation, and we're gonna keep going. That's another 1 loss. I don't want to rest, but if I have to, I may, for the sake of surviving. Which means I'm probably actually going to do that now. So this is going to be... Oh, that's alright, we're on Goizo. Whoops. But yeah. Still, I would choose Goizo, because the point is that you're never going to rest. You're going to get healing from any other place. So I'm going to get +2 reason there. And, yeah, I have a lot more. So, yeah, as you can see, my Doom keeps increasing. I might actually want to run into an encounter, but it has to be an easy one. Otherwise, I'm going to end up dying, like Miku right here. So it didn't matter that I rested, but... we're going to do this as we can. We might as well brace here to save on however much stamina we can. I will say, if you do play Jury correctly, even if the horror catches up to you, as you can see, I'm already level 5. You can reach level 6 and 7 comfortably if you're really trying to Jury it up, which means your accuracy will shoot through the roof. So yeah, I'm 110%. Even if I was on Blood Moon, I would be at 90% accuracy, which is very, very good. So yeah. But as we move on, I think I'm going to hit 100% horror rate. Who else would I have? What other old god would I have chosen? Maybe Katak, because I'm not... Yeah, I guess Katak, because they're not planning to run anyway. But... Yeah, I guess Katak. Actually, Katak. I should have thought about that, but... we're going to heal Reason, because I believe that I take more Reason damage than Stamina damage. That's just me. That's not my belief in what actually objective look at the game. I think Panstaz, you try to balance things so everything is equal-ish, but... Again, we'll see. So, only 1 downtown investigation. Theoretically, I have... Well, no, I don't anymore, but... Oh, no, I still... So, if I didn't rest, I would have 1 stamina, 2 reason, so let's see if I would have survived. No. The answer is no, because this is gonna end up killing me. Boy. And unfortunately, yeah, since Sever scales on reason damage, well... What else would I have run into? Because if I run into Apartment Stalker also would have killed me. Gigolo would have also killed me. Yeah, there's not really as much. I understand why Offering is 105. It's, maybe the damage from Leave an Offering was too bad, but... And I don't know the ritual, so there's no point in me trying to guess. I would die before that, most likely, and Twisted Corpse takes a step back, so... yeah, can't even brace into, Sever, so this is really not great, but... If I run, then the Horde is going to catch up to me. But, as you can see, I reached the last mystery. Maybe I didn't reach the lighthouse, and, but I would say my horror percent would be around 130-ish% if we were allowed to track it, so... Yeah, what I need to do now, well, I can't even dodge, so... what I'm going to do is Sever, throw everything I have. And even that's not enough, so guess I died. I'll see you next time!